Whew. Getting ramen ready. Glad to hear it. Hello, y'all. This is about to go down. Very weird little game mode here. Hopefully I can do it justice. I've been kind of on the fringes of the scene for a while, just kind of watching mainly. I played my own and I'm okay, but yeah, I am content to let these folks do their thing. Hello, Doug. Nice. We already got a popcorn hawker in the chat. Love to see it. Well, just about that time. Zoltan, reminder to go live. I'm not sure. I think, yeah, you literally just did as I speak. OMG. Zoltan's live. Ryan's live with, as you'd expect, just the most hideous kind of goblin creature as a profile picture. It's really something. Really something to behold. Cheesy, salted, flavored popcorn. Even better. Well. Yeah, absolutely. We can agree on that. We can agree we like Tetris, probably, because we're here. So there's two things, I suppose. Well, it's about that time, isn't it? Let's go ahead and show you guys some things I got pulled up here. So here's some rules. Here's how the game works. Y'all should see this. This is important. You got to keep this stuff in mind. Rule number 1, no rotating, right? That's not complicated. Just don't press A and B. Sometimes people accidentally press it. Just flip it back. Don't tell anyone. Just, you know. Yeah. No rotating. It's a best of 5, just like you're used to, except it's all level 0 starts, and it's not score, it's lines. It's just being sarcastic, living up to their name. Absolutely, of course. It's most lines, right? Now, it's also a replay if there's a tie, which means you can just keep having to play it over and over again if you keep getting, like, 12 lines and 12 lines or whatever. Happens like every other match, honestly. It's like not even that uncommon. You might think, oh, why don't you just use score as a tiebreaker? And the answer is because that incentivizes pushing down and getting extra points. Then that means people can't think. Oh, Sky, it's going to be Ryan and Zoltan up first. I'm sorry that wasn't communicated. Apparently that's how they did it last time. So here's the bracket, just so y'all know. Here's what we're going to do today. It's a double elimination tournament, and we've chewed our way through all the tournament with like just community restreaming. First up is the winners finals, Ryan versus Zoltan, and the loser gets knocked down to the losers finals, and the loser semis will be played next. Pitchek versus Trisky. Everybody here is absolutely insane. It's actually one of the first times we've seen the finals of the no-row tournament, or the top 4 like this, actually make sense from the seeding. Look at that. Seed 1, Seed 2, Seed 3, and Seed 4 are all in the top 4 of this tournament, which is surprisingly not super common in this format. So, well, I think you know, that's all the stuff. Why don't we get to the scene, get to the action here? We can see on the right, Zoltan warming up. Ryan will just kind of have this monstrous, hideous creature there as his face cam, which is fine. It's no row. But Zoltan, of course, with a really nice face cam there, looking all spruced up for the occasion. Zoltan's the world record holder, has been dominant in this for a year plus at this point. And Ryan's ready, so we can begin whenever. We see this is basically no row. This is what Zoltan's warming up on. Yeah, Zoltan is dashing right now. Absolutely. Looking nice. Precisely the sort of polish we expect from people showing up to play a tournament where the A and B button are disabled. Yep, and there's a Sky. Sky will be playing up in the loser semis here after this. And GG 36 line warm-up game for Zoltan. That's pretty wild. For context, my personal best is 30. So Zoltan just casually drops better than my PB in warm-up. Yes, indeed. Good warm-up. It's ready from Ryan. Now, Ryan I also see is having a little stream lag there. Let me give him a refresh. Yeah, what's going on? Ryan, is this on your end? Is this on my end? 720p. Oof. Yeah, you're completely locked up there, Ryan. There's a hover 3 for Zoltan. Right for Ryan, but he is frozen on the stream. There's no movement there. Ryan, would you mind dropping your settings, maybe? Okay. And drop your output resolution. Keep your base canvas resolution 1920 by 1080, but make your output resolution like 540p or something, at least if it keeps up. We can proceed for now, but there's a chance I'll have to drop that. I'm not sure. So if we're ready, let's get game number 1 going here of a longish stream, and we'll count it down from 3. 3, 2, 1, no row. Okay. Yeah, there's things we can do with bitrate and things we can do with resolution. Your resolution is a little rich for my blood. Especially because I'm choosing to stream at 720p. Just for that extra juice here on the stream. Make it look nice. So we see we're off here. And immediately just the normal stacking intuitions are not going to work. Zoltan there is stacking up to the sky on the right-hand side. Ryan's doing something a little more intuitive, you know, just kind of playing things flat, spreading it all out. Which is often how a lot of players start their game. So this is Zoltan's genius, and this is what you should know about, like, you know, what he came up with here. The upstacking playstyle for no row. For the longest time, people thought that there's really no way to play no row, but just kind of playing really, really flat and spreading everything out. And Zoltan, I think it wasn't just Zoltan. Like, I think it was some things figured out with help from some bots and study and a few other collaboration with some other people, but figured out, look at that, you build a big high sloping stack going up to the right, but it's a vertical cliff, and you got all these places you can tuck pieces in, and it's essentially accommodation, like, but in normal Tetris it's horizontal accommodation. You want to stack things on top. In no row it's kind of vertical accommodation, right? And we see this crazy structure forming. And there we see Ryan, who originally was playing the flat play style. He's you know, also excellent at this, you know, upstacking playstyle, and we see has settled into more of an upstacking style. Ivan, yes, hello. I am indeed on Classic Tetris. So yeah, Ryan there crossing the level 1 mark. Uh, we can go a lot farther, but that is a good place to start. And you know, the thing about no row is that once you've created holes, you just can't really get back down to them. So, with a few exceptions. So you know, every line here is just getting burned away. You're unlikely to be able to get back down. So no row is just a matter of seeing how far you can go before you die. It's kind of existential, honestly. Zoltan's getting trash pieces here, just not really able to find any combinations. Ryan, meanwhile, at 19 lines, crossing over to 20 with this bar burn. And oh, Zoltan, look at this. Zoltan's playing it right. He's following the rules. He's doing things right, but the pieces just aren't cooperating with this square. Can't burn anything. That J finally burns a line, gets up to 9. There's 10, but Ryan 10 lines ahead already and has even more space to work with. We see Zoltan starting to have to really dance at the top of the board here. And it's pretty much game here. You never know, but yeah, he'd have to get pretty spectacularly lucky. And game number 1 goes to Ryan with a 23-line game right out of the gate. Oh, goodness me. 5 L pieces. Oh, God. So there's some deeper strategy. There's a reason why Zoltan's upset about the L pieces. L pieces are kind of like long bars in regular Tetris. There's a limit to my knowledge, but I will try to explain some of the strategy as we get into the following games here. No, Ryan can't. True. Hey, look, you know, it's up to the players. And yeah, good. So Ryan's internet's also holding up, which is nice. Yeah, it's no worries. Zoltan gets 30 now. Okay, calling the shot. All right. Gosh, I'm loving Zoltan's cam. He's got the very handsome suit, and then he's just destroying an energy drink. This is very gamer. All right, the ready and the ready. We got 2 readies, and we're counting it down for game number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I hope y'all like my kind of ersatz classic Tetris stream setup. Vince gave me some of the assets, gave me the font that they use. And I put together something that feels brand consistent. You know, this is not officially affiliated with Classic Tetris or the CTWC, but you know, it's on the channel. I figured it might as well be consistent. So we see the beginning here. We see there, look, that Ryan is lining up those holes. He's already, that row 4, he's given up. Row 1, he's given up. He's not going to get back to those lines. And Ryan's got a questionable stack here. Zoltan's also getting a decent start, a little rocky. Neither player has the perfect stacks that you really want. Really, ideally, you want a stack that's wide at the bottom and thin at the top, because the wideness at the bottom means you can find little combinations of burns that keep things clean, and then the thin at the top means you have plenty of room to keep building. It's really a delicate balancing act, and the best players like Zoltan and Ryan and, well, and Pitchek and Trisky, all 4, have a really precise tuning and understanding of little tiny ways things can go wrong and how to, you know, how to stack to their advantage. Aoife, hello. Lots of lovely friends in chat. They should just rotate the pieces. You know, that would indeed help them burn more lines. I don't disagree. That would burn more lines. Ryan's having some trouble here. 8 lines, just not really finding a good structure. We see, like, you know, he's got some nice upstack, but if you look at that right side, where's his next burns coming from? It's not clear. Like, that T piece doesn't do anything. He's having that same kind of trouble that Zoltan was having last game. Zoltan already crossing over the level 1 marker, and look at that. Besides those holes at the bottom, he is clean. Just this beautiful, gorgeous stack. And Ryan, not so much. Trying to find at least a level 1 here. There's a burn. But Zoltan is looking deadly here. The CRT is being weird. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we can figure that out. Oh, and Ryan there is done at 10 lines. Zoltan's, you're good at 14. What's going on with the CRT? Because they do have another one you can try. There's a yes, there it's a double elimination tournament. Oh, nice. Oh, Zoltan, look at that burn. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this tuck. Wait, this is ridiculous. Look at this stack. So this is a good time. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. No row stacking meta obviously is this high right side, low left side. But then we get into also, like, what's the best structure to set up on the right? And the answer is it's a 3 wide well. Like in, oh my gosh, Sultan. In normal Tetris, you really want a 1 wide well, right? Maybe 2 wide so you can burn. But like, all you will have is long bars that you want to score with. So it's 1 wide for a long bar. Well, in no row, you have to think about the odds. You have to think about, like, what am I the likeliest to be able to burn with? Well, the answer is it's a 3 wide piece, right? Level 30, yeah, 30 lines for Zoltan. So, you know, he called the shot. Babe Ruth over here. But yeah, like, look, the S piece is 3 wide, the L piece is 3 wide, the Z piece is 3 wide, the J piece is 3 wide, the T piece is 3 wide. Only the square and the bar are not 3 wide. So a 3 wide well means you have the most possible combinations that can burn and leave you with a setup to burn another thing in the future. If it's 4 wide, you're dependent on long bars or like LJ combinations. If it's 2 wide, you need to get spanned with squares. That's it. Only squares can work with a 2 wide well. But a 3 wide takes you to the sky. It's amazing. Zoltan could dig this down easily if you rotate it. I know what these fools, they don't even know how to play Tetris. Do they even know that there's a rotation button? Anyway, game number 2 goes to Zoltan. Didn't quite get the level 4. Not even a max out. So true. Why are we wasting our time watching this? Rotated the piece and you're having cramps every second. Well, that's why. That's why they don't do it. All right, ready for Zoltan. Here's game number 3. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Whoa, stopping your game. Well, if you want, I can probably bring out the other TV. Want to try that instead? Just for another capture card. Oh, the next no row tournament. That's a good question. We have a Discord link. Score update 2 lines to 0 lines. But Zoltan, look at this. No holes in the stack. That's something to watch out for. Let me go get you a Discord link. We don't have bot commands. I couldn't figure those out on this channel. I think I have to have like a Nightbot access. But let me grab y'all a invite link. Oh, thank you, Tetris. That's it. Love this song. It's been a while since I listened to this set of songs. Oh, you're already in. Nice. Oh, and here we go. Zoltan, you see, is stuck with a 2 wide, but luckily it has a square. And look, another square. So, oh my gosh, and look at that. Still only 1 hole on the stack. Ryan, meanwhile, 5 lines, a few more holes, but by no means is this a problem for Ryan. Fortunes change in an instant in no row. It's one of the most RNG dependent games. Zoltan over here is one of the most devoted RNG grinders I've ever seen. If there's a achievement and he knows how to get it and he knows the only thing he's waiting on is RNG, he has unlimited stamina. I've seen him go 10 hours. He's grinded for months at a time for stuff. I've never seen anything like it. And No Row is just that sort of addicting lottery that people just get so drawn into. Zoltan's still with this beautiful stack. It's looking grim. He's probably going to have to discard all those lines down there, although you never know. See, really nice combo there. That T goes into an L burn. And yeah, it's not looking good to open that back up at the bottom. But you know, No Row's all about taking the L, figuratively speaking. Although the L pieces are very nice in this game mode. 14 lines, Ryan. 14 lines, Zoltan. We're actually tied here, and Ryan getting a nice double there. But, you know, I think Zoltan's clearly in the stronger position here. Just, you can kind of judge how well off a player is by just how much black space there is left on the board, because that's just more space to stack. You know, you see Zoltan just a big, smooth chunk of solid pieces and a smooth region of empty space to stack in. But Ryan there is just going to have some cheese. But actually, Ryan's doing some crazy stuff. Something has the lead 21 lines to 16 lines, playing a little more frantically and less ponderously than Zoltan. So is also, you know, just a few pieces ahead in the RNG. And we'll top out at 22 lines. Zoltan with a short chase down, only a few lines. Oh, nice. Look at it, finding a double and a single. Nope. Oh, okay. Setting up for the double with the T. Nice. Yeah, I always miss those little combos. This layout is so good. Holy shit. Thank you, Tetris. And there it is. Zoltan completes the chase down. It takes the second, well, the third heart, the second heart for him. No, I'm not sure how we're feeling about Mullins. Personally, I'm not in a huge rush. I don't know if anyone else is. There's no one else waiting to use this channel. But I know that, you know, Mullins can be, you know, can be a little well, I think given that it's a new game mode a lot of people haven't seen, it's probably fine. That is important to consider. So, no, well, that's fine. Look, I'm not saying you can't. I'm wondering what the policy should be. Yeah, Ryan has no issue. You know, I mean, if it's like a, you know, just. And here we go, Ryan. Now I have you lagging again. Would you mind dropping your settings? Two different things I want you to do, Ryan. Drop your resolution down to 540p and give yourself about a 500 bit rate. You do both those things. I think it's like a 960 by 540 or something. If you can do that, I think this should stop. You just got a case where your internet's not doing the thing. Sure. No problemo. Yeah, well, Zoltan, what do you think? So, how am I doing with the explanation? Am I like representing this well? Is there any big things I'm missing? Obviously, there's more nuances I haven't touched yet. I haven't talked about why you stack on the right and not on the left. Mind meld, true. Yeah, yeah. It's he would be a good teammate in that regard. It would be funny if the mind meld was just one player handles left and one player handles right. That would be kind of funny. Right is a little better. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, there's combinations of pieces that are better. So a J stacks on top of a Z piece, and an L stacks on top of an S piece. But the combination of Z plus J is a little tiny bit more common, which means that they'll stack the right side more easily. Okay, yep, that's fine, Ryan. All right, we are ready, and I think Zoltan, did Zoltan say he's ready? I don't think he did. Let's get a ready from Zoltan, and we shall begin. All right, 3, 2, 1, no row. So there's a lot of depth to this game mode I haven't touched on. I hope I can at least touch on some of the main things while we're playing. There's a point where it gets too deep for me. Like there's a lot of nuances to stacking. Like, yeah, you want a 3 wide well, that's kind of obvious why, but then there's like, you want a 7 wide for the stack, but then that means you really want a 4 wide plus a 3 wide, which is better than like a 3 wide plus a 4 wide, but that's better than like a 6 wide plus a 2 wide. It's, it's a whole thing. And Zoltan's got all of that, like every little possibility mapped out, and anybody who's really good at no row has at least some idea about how to navigate those like subtleties of the stack that you wouldn't even think about, like little tiny things that don't look like problems that you have to take care of right away before they get worse. Really net, look at that lovely little tuck of that S piece for Zoltan. Sets up a 3 wide at the bottom, a little miniature 3 wide. Nice. Bar burns, either S or a Z burns. There's a Z. But probably going to tuck it instead because there's still plenty of pieces. So in no row, one of the considerations is how many different pieces can resolve some given structure. And if it's a lot of different pieces, then you can kind of wait for the ideal piece. But if it's really dependent, like you have to prioritize burning as soon as possible. So it's a game mode about balancing risk and reward and looking at probabilities. And it's game mode about lines. Speaking of which, we have 6 lines for Ryan, 9 lines for Zoltan crossing over the 10 line mark. No clear advantage here. Ryan's behind in lines, but, can certainly come back in a slightly worse position. Oh, nice. Ryan finding a little combination of the L and the J at the bottom. Ryan has that nice little ramp at the bottom. That's a pretty good structure. It's not the ideal structure, but it does mean he can get a few burns. Going for singles, that's very true. Being sarcastic. You're being kind of sarcastic. Who would have guessed? 16 lines Zoltan, 11 lines Ryan. Zoltan's still in control. Look at that, beautiful. Like he's got all these holes in the stack, but if you look at the very top of the stack, there's just this solid little chunk that he's working with. Just a very nice chiseled out block of marble he's working with. And there's the level 2 for Zoltan. Ryan at 15 lines just is not seeing many combinations, doesn't really have any burn options here. And the bar will burn, that'll burn a single. Ryan has to start desperately lunging for some weird stuff here. Okay, nice, there's a single at the bottom. Only choice now is to go for a top line glitch. And, oh gosh. Okay, to the right. No, oh, he doesn't quite get it. And Zoltan also doesn't get it, but dies ahead of Ryan and will win the winners finals, and he'll go on to the actual finals now, as we all expected. But Ryan is cracked enough that that was a question rather than an answer. So up next we'll have Trisky versus Pitchik. Not upset with that. Yeah, you just gotta play in a way you're satisfied with. Indeed, GG's. And let's get ourselves... Oh, Zoltan, will Pitchik be on your channel still? Is she there with you, or is there going to be like a separate channel that's going to be on? gonna be on your channel. All right, let's get y'all back on the pre-roll here for a couple minutes while I set up the next one. She's here on the floor. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put Trisky on the left, _sky, and we'll just keep Zoltan's channel on the right. All right, let me know when y'all are ready. I'll keep it in the pre-roll in the meantime and chill out for a bit. You'll listen to some of my favorite music here. I should at least have the VOD music separated out so the actual video that Twitch is saving to its servers will not have any copyrighted music in it if I did it right. So like you should be hearing music live, but there shouldn't be any storage of copyrighted content. But I'm not seeing, I don't know where the VOD is. I can't see it. I think maybe they have to be like published or something. Okay, Sky's ready. Nice. All right. And we're ready. I mean, why don't we just get right back into it here? We'll switch the scene back. Quick as you like. Oh, let me reset the hearts. Oh, and it's not the winners finals, it is the losers semifinals. Oh, just a reminder of the bracket. So nice. Ryan's been keeping up with it. We see there the winners finals. Zoltan moves on to the finals next to the losers semis, and the winner plays Ryan to see who goes on to the finals. So we could see a rematch of Ryan and Zoltan, and we could see another rematch if there's a bracket reset. So let's get into it. Winners finals is a lie. It's losers semis. Let's see. Let me make sure the cam has the full. Yeah. I want to make sure I get a nice view of everything. We see an immediate problem there with Sky's camera, which is that it's flip horizontal. She's yelling. She's nervous being on stage. Sky, I will say, is like probably the reason why I'm here. She's my girlfriend and just a wonderful Tetris player and an inspiration to me. And, you know, every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, if I get a cool PB in No-Row, that would impress Sky. So I get back into it. And look at that. She's warming up on level 7, like just making sure her movement's good, making sure all that is lined up. So they said they're both ready. Can I count it down, or is that just mean? I'm gonna say that you just meant ready, like to. Can I count down? I need one more ready from you both because I don't have any like on-screen readies and stuff like that. Goof luck, true. And Pitchek, is that you typing? Ready to lose, bet. And yeah, there's the ready on screen for Sky. Cool, it is Pitchek, okay. Pitchek, can I have one more ready? Now that we're on screen and all that. Wonderful. All right, here we go. Game number 1 of the loser semis. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Guaranteed 2 more matches after this. Maybe 3 if there's a bracket reset. No, right, true. Well, it's true. You know, I mean, it's still the video game that it is. So, deep lore about this game mode. You know, it's you might think the maximum number of lines you can clear is 2, right? Because there's no piece that's 3 tall. The height of the pieces is all that matters. So you can get doubles, but you can't seem to get triples, right? Because that requires a vertical piece of some sort. Well, you can get a triple because this game kind of sucks. Because it's kind of just a bad game that isn't programmed well. Frick. Thank you, Buskop. Knew I was forgetting something. I don't even think Pitchek has a Twitch channel necessarily, but we'll just use it for those purposes. Can she slow down a bit? I'm sure if she needs to, she will. That's the nice thing about level 0 is you can slow down and think. It's kind of the Tetris equivalent of like classical chess, you know? Like generous time controls. No row is the type of, like, in chess terms would be like, you know, let's leave for the day and come back tomorrow and do move number 47 or whatever. And we've got 6 lines Sky, 9 lines Pitchek. Pitchek has a good run here. You know, like, appears to have a decent amount of garbage on the board, but keep in mind, 10 lines so far have been burned. So she's doing a pretty decent job. Playing a lot flatter than Sky, though. Sky is doing the more traditional upstacking approach. Has a nice 3 wide, but right now there's not really any way to get up to it. That tuck will allow her to do so, though. You love chess? I mean, yeah, like chess is a very common hobby, for especially for these people. Zoltan's an incredible chess player. Rai Chessmaster is, I think, a FIDE master, just like a ranked, like above national master, right? But not quite international master. I think that's where Ryan's at. Um, you know, just some amazing chess players participating here. And 12 lines Sky, 16 lines Pitchek. Still Pitchek not upstacking because she hasn't had to. Kind of just able to keep spreading things out flat. You know, Sky, I think, is taking the more defensive approach, right? Just, no, I'm not going to let the RNG do me like this. I'm going to build up. There you go. Now we see some upstacking because Pitchek's having to wait a little bit for pieces. So here's how to get a triple in no row if you're curious. You need to clear a double where one of the lines is burned at the very top of the screen. Tetris has something called the top row glitch clear. I don't know. There's like names for it. I don't know. That's what I call it. It's just the top row clear. And what happens is that you actually can burn 2 lines if you burn the very topmost line, you know, row 20. Because the game's just dumb and it's like, oh, cool, you cleared it. And then it clears that line, and then it kind of goes down and clears the bottom line too. So the whole stack goes down by 1 step as well as clearing the top. It's very weird. I don't know why. There's a reason why. People know why. I don't know why. But if you clear a double at the top, which, oh gosh, well, all right, 24 lines to 26 lines. Let's let them finish here and focus. And then I'll finish explaining. You probably get it, but yeah. Oh gosh. Sky looking for anything, getting things out flat. Nothing's happening. 26 lines Pitchek, 25 lines Sky, and we're done. Pitchek narrowly gets game number 1. And if we clear a double at the top, it's a triple because you also get the line at the bottom for free. So it's 3. That's a triple. That's it. By the same token, if you can rotate, oh, I don't even think Pitchek could see the game. That's funny. She had to figure out afterwards what had happened. Yeah, that was wicked. Yeah, I was just sitting here trying to explain top row clears. This is ready from Sky. Yeah. Yeah, when it's close like that, I mean, it gets interesting. If you're even spelling that right. Oh, I think it's 1T. Bitter is a flavor. It's like coffee without any sweetener is bitter. Biter is just Biter. Yeah, you got this. And I think I need a ready from Pitchek. And then we can begin. All right. Ready from Sky, ready from Pitchek. Let's get it going. This is game number 2 with Pitchek in the lead. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Go, Harry, make some. No, being sarcastic, do you know these folks? Are you affiliated with Zoltan slash Pitchek? Not personally, okay. Gotcha. Oh gosh, Sky getting some unfortunate RNG right at the beginning here. But this is kind of why you do the upstacking approach. It makes you tough against RNG because, like, you know, yeah, you make holes, but you're investing in the future. See, the Sky, that strange J placement was fine because the J was placed within discarded rows. She already had a discard, so that J could just go there if it didn't fit anywhere else. Pitchek 4 lines, Sky 4 lines. Both pretty even here. Sky got the higher up stack. I'd say out of the two of them, I like Sky's board better, honestly. Because she has those options. Look at that beautiful stack. Or no single there, but there's a double setup. And look at that, she's going to find another line with a square J combination. And oh, Pitchek now has that beautiful, deep triple well, but look at that. She cannot burn the T because the T will get locked up by that hole. So she's waiting for an L or a J. There's the L. And I think one more L. No, actually a J. Sky, meanwhile, is just doing work here. Nice looking stack there. Level 1 for Sky. And a level 1 for Pitchek. Once again, pretty darn close. And Sky's filled up more of the board. But still, I like Sky's stack a little better. Oh, cool. Okay, so you're also Hungarian. Nice. Really nice stack. Like, the pieces aren't exactly great for Sky, but, like, the stack is just looking really nice. There's a single. Oh, not going for the single at the bottom. I think because she has more options. 13 lines Sky, 13 lines Pitchek. Oh my goodness, another close one. Sunny, hey! Welcome in, my friend. Did y'all ever do no row for cursed Tetris? Was that ever a mode? Yeah, Pitchek, from my understanding, is personally trained by Zoltan. You know, his greatest protege. You know, maybe like, you know, Ryan and Pitchek both have claimed that title as Zoltan's greatest protege. Because I don't know, because I guess Sky would be as well. Oh, it's okay. Let's look at the game here. 22 lines and 22 lines. Wait, what the heck? Oh, and Sky's down, and I think Pitchek. No. Wait, we replay. What? Oh, you don't really work as Zoltan? Okay. Jesus. Well, there you go. Not 20. Yeah, true. 23 would have been crazy. Well, I mean, that's it. No hearts. Like, you could do half a heart if I had that set up, but I don't. Ties must be somewhat frequent. You will see them if you're doing a batch of matches. It doesn't always happen, but I'd say like 50% of matches have a tie at some point. Really? What do you say? I feel like it is. 1 in 10 games? Shit. Well, I mean, that would almost work out to. Well, anyway. Yeah, 22.5 would have been crazy. Forty possible scores. Yeah, I suppose so. With the distribution kind of dwindling as you get further up. You're too nice and I'm scared, but ready. Here's game number 2 again. Game number 2, part 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, it would be interesting, Ryan, to see a distribution. Like Zoltan, I'm wondering if Zoltan has any data, like, because he's played thousands and thousands of games of Nora. I'm wondering if he has collected any numbers on that, like a distribution of how he scores, because it's probably rare that he tops out with anything less than like 15 or 20. But then it's also kind of rare that he gets anything above like 30 or 35. Because Noro is bafflingly RNG dependent. Ultimately, the better player is likelier to win still. If it wasn't, this would be a very boring competitive mode. But it's one of the most volatile. You'll see the most upsets compared to any other game mode. 30 is like 40% chance. Okay, fair. Same piece sets, no row. Yeah, that is an interesting thing as well. Some of you may be wondering, why don't they do same piece sets? They're in different pieces. And I mean, the reason, it's kind of obvious if you think about it, but it's not obvious at first. Like, it had to be discussed. But the players can just play slower than their opponent and see what the next pieces are, right? Like, at a faster speed, you can't just look at all of your opponent's RNG. But in no row, if you just don't ever press down, you can just watch your opponent play and figure out the piece sequence way in advance. So then your opponent has to not press down, and it's just awful. So it's just an arms race of who could play the damn slowest. So yeah, no same piece sets cannot happen. Which I know Ian wasn't seriously suggesting that, but like just for people who are curious, because we have a lot of people here. It's good to see y'all. Thanks for coming out. I'm glad you're interested in this. I always, Noro is one of my favorite. I do a lot of Tetris commentary, and Noro by far is my favorite game mode to commentate. Just so much more interesting to me in a lot of ways than mainline Tetris, because that's all anyone ever plays. 10 lines Sky, 8 lines Pitchik. Not nearly as spectacular a game as the last few, but still decently close. Oh, then just don't show their screen and they can play with the same piece sets. That would work. Well, yeah, there's the thing, sarcastic, is we've talked about that. That would work in person. But it cannot work online. Oh, Sky, nice little chunk. Oh, just setting up with that square to burn at the top. Gives up on the remaining lines down at the bottom. Oh, but nothing's really happening here for Sky. Look at these pieces. They're terrible. Oh, look at those J's. Sky 18 lines. Pitchek 12. But look at that. Pitchek has so much more room to work with. Sky hitting level 2 for like, what, the third game in a row? That's crazy. Why is no rotation a thing? It's unsatisfying. So? Who cares? Cope. 22 lines. Sky goes down. We have 7 lines remaining for Pitchek. No, in all seriousness, Lazy, I do agree. Kind of like, it is. It's inherently unsatisfying. You always die, right? Like, it's just a matter of when. Survival is not a, like, that's the case with normal Tetris as well, but it's just so much more doomed than normal Tetris. But what it is a puzzle of how long you can make it take, right? And how you can play those tiny little fluctuations in the odds. It's a mind game unlike any other, and it's just going deep into the strategy is fascinating. But I think it does take a little bit to get why it's cool. And Pitchek can't complete the chase down dies at 20 lines, and Sky will manage to tie up the set. It's just torture. I definitely do come back another day. There'll be normal Tetris. Go follow Monthly Tetris if you haven't already. They have a lot more frequent events. Monthly Tetris. But Classic Tetris is gearing up in the next few months as well for CTWC. How would a Zoltan Pitchek match? It's a very good question. I guess we'll figure it out if that comes to that. Ready from Sky. Oh, 2 laptops. Dope. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, nice. Honestly, I do like that she's playing off of the same computer just because it feels classic, right? It feels like Nintendo 1989 playing in the same place. We don't get enough of that in the online scene. Set up a table, right? Are you going to be like facing away from one another's computers? Anyway, Pitchek, are you ready? Two ends of the table, right, with the screens facing away from one another so you cannot see what the opponent is doing. All right, game number 3. We're tied up 1-1. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. No, yeah, right. It's muscle memory. You're right. It is indeed. The game is no row. The game is not Tetris. You cannot score a Tetris. Nice little combo. You see that a lot, that combo of the J and the L on the right side. Ooh, wait, Sky? Oh, already setting up for a little combo there at the bottom. What Sky's looking for here is there's a few different things that can do it here. Oh, and she's just going to do that instead. Okay. When you have that little structure at the bottom, you can like burn a T and then an L, or an S and then an L, or an L and then a T. There's a lot of little combos you can do. But she's already destroyed that structure, so I'm just like, talking about something that's not even there. But that's one of the most interesting setups in no row. Right, well, same Tetris. I would like to get a 40 line game one day. It's 7 line Sky, 3 lines Pitchek. Really nice start. Thought Pitchek was fast, but Sky is lightning. Yeah, I mean, and there's arguments to be made that the slow play is better. Um, because, I mean, just self-evidently, you can make your decisions get more time. But you also have to consider the flow. You got to consider that when you know where a piece should go, it doesn't always make a lot of sense to artificially slow down and wait. Yeah, ultimately, Sky is playing in the way that she feels the most confident. Beautiful. Look at that setup with the 3 wide there. Can burn a T and then can go into an L or a J and then a few other things. 11 lines Sky, 6 lines Pitchek. Could get a no row max out without even trying. You can. You can. I believe in you. Pitchek is stuck with this 4 wide here. Not a whole lot of options for burns. Having to improvise with some burns. Yeah, look at that. That's why you want a 3 wide. A 4 wide does not really many burn options. Sky with his lovely stack, 13 lines. Also has a bit of a 4 wide there, but finding a double at the bottom. 16 line Sky showing no signs of stopping. Pitchek is showing signs of stopping. Stack's getting higher and higher. But there's a hell of a lot you can do up at the top of the board. I've seen some incredible stuff. But, oh gosh, I don't think it's happening for Pitchek right now. Going for the top line clear, but not gonna get it. And that'll do it. 12 lines. Sky, another 20 line game. She is on fire right now. Goes up 2-0. GG. Oops. It's the wrong heart. You can get Impel pretty easily. That's true. Ryan's like, yeah, I'm screwed. No, I mean, Ryan's a snake himself, right? Like, all these players are. There's a reason why these players are here. I wouldn't say anybody seems particularly likelier to win than anyone else except Zoltan. Level 3 for Sky. This Mullen's working out quite nicely. And just waiting for something for that single at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, Sky's got that certainty, right? Like, she plays a lot of no-row. And there's the top line. Let's go. I think Sky was actually setting up for it, wanted to demonstrate. You saw that when she burned that line at the top, the whole stack went down one space, and she cleared 2 lines. I'm glad we got a demonstration of that. Great game there. And we're on match point. So you may be wondering, what are the stakes? What does the winner get? Is there a prize pool? The answer is, I don't think so. I think these people literally just like doing this. And I really have fun playing each other. This is a good, tight community. Everyone shares strategies and talk all the time. It's a great little circle of folks. I've gotten some personal coaching from Zoltan. I'm hopeless, but you know, he tried to help. I learned some cool stuff. Pitchek, ready from you? Yeah, that was a great game there. Was that like Sky's 4th 20-line game in a row or something? Here's game number 4. We'll count down from 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This is one of my favorite songs ever. It's the perfect song. You're gonna forget about even trying to compete. Well, I mean, there's people your level. Yeah, we all want to come back, right? Like, you never want to see somebody like a 3-1 win is just not what anyone wants. I think the winner doesn't want it, the loser doesn't want it, the audience doesn't want it. You want to see them close nail biters. Pitchex gets a terrible S piece here. Meanwhile, Sky just chugging along. Already setting up 3 rows of a 3 wide well there. Beautiful stack. Very happy with the 3-1 last. Sure. I mean, but you would have been happier with the 3-2. But yeah, that is true. I mean, you were already resigned to a sweep. Thoughts on 009 sound system? Is that the like YouTube tutorial unregistered hypercam song? Is that the one you're talking about? Sky finding some burns up at the top. 4 line Sky, 6 lines Pitchek. Sky's got this nice chunky up stack here, but it's not even that good for burning. She's having to improvise. Nice. Oh, look at that. The T plus square suddenly sets up a 3 wide just like that. It's beautiful. Yeah, the 2008 YouTube music. I mean, I've heard it. It's cool, good song. I like it. I wouldn't like listen to it. I do enjoy trance. I want to listen to more. It's so true. That's a good song. Level 1 for Sky, 12 lines to 9 lines. Pitchek not clearly at a disadvantage here. Like, some of these placements may look random, but I guarantee these players have a reason for everything they do. And, oh gosh, beautiful stack for Sky. Doesn't quite have the burn set up at the bottom. The L will burn a double. T burns a single. Probably gonna... Okay, I was wrong. I was trying to predict what she's gonna do next. That's why she has, 50 lines and I don't. Pitchek suddenly has a really flat stack here. 13 lines for her, 17 lines for Trisky. Nice. Sky finding a way of burning a line there. Oh, this is a great song too. Haven't listened to these songs in a while. Yeah, folks in the chat rooting for Pitchek, wants to see this go to a decider, but Sky hitting level 2 really just would like to close the door on this and go on to the next and face Ryan, and I think that's about to happen here. 15 lines, Pitchek goes down. Sky with, is that the fifth 20-line game in a row, Sky? You have to tell me. You legally have to tell me. Is that the fifth? Gosh. What the heck, Sky? Well, there it is. Sky will take that one, and she's going to stay on board, and we're going to put Ryan on the right side. And Ryan, are you going to switch the settings? Have you done that? We can probably work with it without that, but I think it's probably just going to keep freezing up like that. All right, let's switch back to the slides here. Oh, there's no prize pool. This is just a generic CTWC slide. Ryan, well, okay, but did you change the settings, Ryan? Because if your internet is the problem, the settings will make the internet less a problem. But like if it's literally going out completely, then that's maybe different, but it still might make that less likely. It's worth doing nonetheless. So we're going to go on to, I think this is the losers finals now. Trisky versus Ryan. And Pitchek has fallen into the depths of the void. Is no longer in the match. Try 540p and 500 kilobytes per second bitrate. 540p is like that 960 by 540, I think, something like that. Is that it? It's one of the settings. Yeah, 960 by 540. It's in the output. Go to settings. There's two different places. In output, change bitrate to 500 kilobytes per second. And in video settings, keep your base canvas resolution the same, but in the output resolution, or the whatever the output scaled resolution, get that to 960 by 540. If you do that, I think there's a good chance you will not drop any more internet like that. I've rarely had internet problems like that weren't solved by dropping settings. Nice. All right. Thank you, Ryan. So there's the bracket. Let me actually get to a view of the bracket so we can just see what's going on next here. Zoltan's just waiting, tapping his fingers together in the finals like a cobra ready to strike. And up next we have the losers finals, Ryan versus Trisky. So let's get it swapped over. Cobras don't have fingers. Thanks for keeping me honest, Sonny. Really appreciate that. Wow, I'm embarrassed. I'm humiliated, Sonny. I'm so egg on my face. So embarrassed right now. Sky once again on a level 7 warm up here, which, you know, I mean, it's like level 7, so slow. Blistering for Noro. Sky is pretty much, you know, very much one of the best faster Noro players. Has a few world records, has the level 7 world record easily. She has like 43 lines from a level 7 start or something insane like that. Like her overall PB is something like 50 lines. So for her to have 43 lines from a 7 star is just bananas. Right, Ryan does have the level 19 world record. And Ryan is ready. Once you have it ready from Sky, we can get going for game number 1 here. Double kill screen, no row world record, monkas. Imagine a double. Just get a bunch of squares in a row and you'll be fine. Sky, stop. What the heck? Oh yeah, and Sky has like the Invis world record. She has the best score with invisible and also no rotations, which is like, what, 25 or something. And here's game number 1 of the losers finals. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, sarcastic. Sky's Giga Brain. It's absurd. Yeah. Invisible mode where you can hack the game to where it shows you the current piece that you have. It shows you the next piece in the next box. But once a piece locks into the stack, it vanishes. You can't see the stack. It's still there. It still matters. You have to remember the stack. Yeah. It's insane what people can do. I will say it's more possible than it sounds. It's not like, you know, these people of course are brilliant, but like that's not some kind of like special talent that they have that nobody else can do or whatever. It's very much possible to learn. The absolute plus. Yeah, there are a lot of the best Invis players are Tetris the Grandmaster players. I'd love to see what Sky could do if she played TGM. I've never seen her play it. Cool photographic memory. That's not fair. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not like a special ability. Besides, again, just being very clever. And ultimately just very good at the game, right? Like, what you have when you're really good at normal Tetris or no-row, you have a deep and intuitive understanding of how the stacks get put together and all the little patterns and structures. And it just means that when you do anything or place any block, your brain like has a category for what you've just done and what that looks like. And I have a category for the scores. 11 lines to 12, well, 12 lines both. And Ryan has a better stack by far. Best segue of all time. I will be taking my Academy Award. Thank you. Invis is only being aware. Yeah. And of course, there's simplifications. Gosh darn it, the names. Frick. But yeah, there's also the simplifications, right? It's just you're not remembering 100% of the stack. You're remembering the relevant details at the top, and then you kind of just accept that you're not going to be able to get back down to the holes. 16 lines Sky, 16 lines Ryan. Gosh, each of these matches just, they feel right? It's like this is a good matchup in each case. If this is very hard. Yes, yes, it's ridiculous. Like I've dabbled a few times and I kind of like I see why it's possible, but I also don't want to do it because it sucks. I'm like, hey, I would actually rather be able to see the pieces. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Would rather see them though than not see them. Sky getting such unfortunate pieces here at the top. 18 lines. Ryan at 21. Oh my goodness. And shows no signs of stopping. Look at that. Singles at the bottom. Gonna keep finding little combos. And Sky goes down at 18 lines. Ryan will take this one. She breaks her level 2 streak. You're playing wild that game. Yeah. Wait, Sonny, did you just get 2 lines double kill screen? No, bro. Who the heck, Sonny? GG. I'm going to say Sonny has world record unless proven otherwise. Right. Yeah, you got this guy. I am just a biased commentator. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But I'm doing my best to root for a good game rather than, you know, my lovely girlfriend winning. Can't PB by 1 line. Okay, GG. Holy crap. Honestly, we're seeing good play from our players here today. Like Sky's like, oh, I gotta rein it in. I'm just playing Buck Wild. What am I doing? She gets 18 lines. Still pretty good. Ears readies from both. Game number 2 happening in 3, 2, 1. No row. And there's a heart from Ryan I forgot to give. Oh, interesting. Ryan's not going for the burn. I think preferred the burn with the T there. And look at that. You can see why he did it. The burn with the T gave him a different structure that was easier to stack on. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Yep. And that's a nice combo. Look at... Interesting. Okay, yeah. Ryan's stacking up on the left. You see there that Ryan puts that S piece on the left. And what does it want next? It wants an L. That's what Zoltan was saying. That's the reason why it's actually better to stack up on the right like Sky is doing, because, you know, an S plus an L is really good for stacking on the left, all the way up top on the left. A Z plus a J is really good for stacking on the right, all the way up at the top. And you're slightly likelier to get a Z followed by a J than you are to get an S followed by an L, because the game's RNG is bad and weird, and it's like predictable in ways that it shouldn't be. So Rand's playing slightly suboptimal, but you also have to consider like the initial conditions of the stack sometimes mean that, you know, you just rather get those early lines by building a stack on the left, but then you kind of get stuck. Sky at 8 lines hasn't had to do any significant upstacking so far. Now finally gets the pieces. Gets a double there at the bottom. Hits 10 lines with hardly any discarded. Ryan, holy crap, stacking up to the Sky. Oh, just no good structures down at the bottom for burning. Gets a single. That bar does nothing. Oh gosh. What is Ryan going to do? Okay, nice. All right, sets up for some flexible burns at the bottom, but where's the next burn coming from? Okay, nice. He's finding some moves. 12 lines, Sky. And honestly, she's in a better situation, but like the stack's not great. Another player's having a particularly spectacular game this time around. 15 lines Sky, 11 lines Ryan. Altogether, Sky's in the better position here. God, this game mode's so cerebral. I really wish I understood it better. I know these players are doing a lot of like giga brain stuff that I'm just completely missing. Like they'll do a thing, I'm like, cool, they did that thing, and then there's like a reason why it was actually an insanely good move. And Lolpog series, welcome in. Pal gamers. You know, this scene is so NTSC dominated, and then we got the PAL gamers coming in, watching some no rotation. You know, it's an atypical day today. Weird stuff going on. 18 lines Ryan, 21 lines Sky. Ryan's running out of room, but Sky's running out of room as well. Oh goodness. And Ryan. Oh, Ryan can't quite get a burn up at the top. Dies at 19. Sky resuming the level 2 spam. Okay, Sky, what do you got here? Nah, no burns up at the top. How do they get so many lines? Because they're insane, Roro. Because they're nuts. This is probably the second and third best no-row player in the world on this picture. PitchX probably tied with Ryan. Roughly. Does PitchX have 50? Does Ryan have 50? I don't know. Anyway, let's count it down from 3. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yes. Yeah, that's a good point, Zoltan. So yeah, like, the context is important for this kind of thing if you haven't kept up with the scene. World record was 24. Then Zoltan working with, I think, Adrian Wu and a few others, like, you know, getting some technology together to do some machine learning and some deep stack theory. Brought that world record all the way up to, what, 72 or 73 lines? And keep in mind, the stack, or the whole playfield, is only 20 lines high, and then you just run out of space, which means that Zoltan, in his, like, 72 line game, had to clear the entire board of lines 3, almost 4 times. Like, just, gosh. All right, Ryan is finding some quick and dirty lines by playing flat here. Sky's got the same number of lines, but is, you know, playing more in a more disciplined, upstacking manner. Both players hitting level 1. Ryan's a little higher up than Sky. Oh, and did Sky get a heart last game? I think she did, right? I'm gonna get... Is that right? I think that's right. That sounds right to me. Ryan, what the heck? Oh, geez. Okay, holding out for a T, finally gets it. Thank you, T Stern. Thank you, the other Xeno. All right, Ryan finding the lines at the bottom. Sky at 14. Look at all that empty space here on the board for Sky. Just fresh territory to explore. Yeah, that L is one of the only pieces that can burn that line. She just has to go for it now. Ryan still just playing flat as a pancake here at the top of the board. 17 lines Ryan, 16 lines Sky. But gosh, Sky is just in such a more comfortable position. Ryan's just kind of spamming. Oh, Ryan setting up the 3 wide. Oh, that's a clever setup. Okay, needs a T. All right, gets it. 22 lines. He's trying to put the pressure on Sky here. But gosh, it's not enough. Sky at 20 lines is in so much better of a position. It's still possible to choke this, but... Oh, right. I think Ryan missed a line there at the top. Maybe he was setting up for 2. Flatter than your ex? What? What does that mean? Yeah, Ryan, that was crazy. And Sky is going to complete the chase down with one more line here. It's a 23 line chase down. And there it is, 24. Sky goes up 2-1. And one more game here and she goes on to the finals. Right, going for top row. Gotcha. Yeah, because that bar cleanly stacked that top left area. We've got 99 viewers. Welcome in, y'all. I'm glad y'all are seeing this. I apologize. I don't think I'm doing this game mode enough justice, really. There's a lot of depth and cool shit to it. Now, I'm wondering, y'all, if the loser would consider joining me on comms. The loser of this match. Would you be interested in that? Yeah, Rib level 3. Feel like that would be nice. Because, yeah, there's only so much I can do to explain the high level stuff going on. Okay, Ryan's got to go. Yep, no problem. Ryan is ready. First time you don't know what the heck is going on. Yeah, I wish I could put it in better context for you. Once we have it ready from Sky, we can proceed. Don't want to be an unannounced commentator on ClassicTetris. That's no one. I promise you that is not a problem. But I understand why you're concerned. Let's count it down. This is game number 4. In 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, like yeah, Sky. If you're nervous about being on ClassicTetris, that's understandable. But like, no one's gonna like disapprove. Like, it's not gonna be a problem. Vince was excited to see some no row, so that's why he agreed to have this on ClassicTetris. And you know, I know for a fact Vince would be delighted to know what you'd have to say about it. But anyway, the game is happening. Nice. Ryan creating a spot for an L on the left by putting the bar there. There's a lot of adjustments here in no row. A lot of weird stacking going on. Oh, nice. Ryan setting up for a double by discarding one line. Want to play the Sky in the finals? Yeah, Sky Zoltan finals would be pretty darn cool. But of course, a Ryan Zoltan finals would not be shocking, and would also be amazing. Yeah, Zoltan saying Sky has great form, which is like just a cosmically good compliment from that man. 6 lines Sky, 7 lines Ryan. Commentator for something, but this is no row. You don't even know what's going on. I mean, you and me both. Ryan seeking a single at the bottom. Nice. Good tuck of that bar. That bar is the only thing that can resolve. One of the hardest things to learn in no row, at least at first, is like what the dependencies are. It's all completely different. It's not obvious at first, like which pieces you're waiting for. Like there's structures that you can only tuck a long bar into and nothing else, but it doesn't look like it. It's so weird. Like that thing, that overhang that Ryan just created, only a bar can go in. And now that he has a 3 wide at the top, he cannot put a bar there at all. It just can't happen unless he clears all those lines above. So that's the kind of like weird stuff that is not immediately obvious in no row. Stuff that a lot of beginners and even seasoned players will miss. We have 14 lines Sky, 12 lines Ryan. Sky just nailing this coffin shut on Ryan. Just better stack, more lines. Look at that beautiful slope for Sky. Perfect stack. Oh, Ryan, nice finding some burns at the top. Suddenly ties up the line count. Oh my gosh. Oh, but then terrible pieces here. Ryan is... Oh, no burns there. Oh gosh. Ryan's not long for this world, methinks, and that bar will seal the deal, and Sky at 18 lines, only one line ahead, will go on to the finals to face the demon Zoltan, Beelzebub himself. GG's, Ryan. See you around. Oh, if only Sky had gotten that Z1 piece earlier, it would have cleared that top line. Sure, Zoltan. No worries. Yeah, GG. Wow. All right. Zoltan needs a minute. I might go and grab myself a little something as well. I think I need a refill on some coffee. Let's get in. Let's take 5 here before the finals. Let's update that title. That would be cool. Bring in some viewers. So it'll be Sky staying there. Oh, I love this song. Hell yeah. So yeah, Pitchek v Zoltan never happened. Oh, you only de-rested for a week. Yeah, no, you popped off for sure. Oh, yeah, water's a good. I was gonna get coffee, but yeah, I mean, water's probably a better idea. And look at me go. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna change the names correctly. Oh yeah, correct names. Seated higher than Zoltan. Yeah, I think so, right? Wishing for Pitchek versus Zoltan. Honestly, that would have. I think that would have been the coolest finals. Yeah, out of all of them, that would be like the most interesting. But I mean, Sky versus Zoltan is, I think, the like the Titans. You know, the most poetic and storied finals. All right, BRB. Oh, true. Zoltan, I would be down for an encore if you wanted to do that. Yeah, no rotation. It's so cool. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'll try to get you caught up. Be right back. Oh, you have issues? Yeah, no problem. Hello. Mental or physical? All three. Sarcastic. Tell me, was being with an I taken? Being sarcastic? Just spelled that way? Or did you just like it better with the one? True. Yeah. Issues. Being with the I was taken. Gotcha. Oh, is it, Sky, you're talking about Zoltan's ways of solving laptop problems. All right, players are ready. Well, look at this. Here's the bracket. Just as a reminder, here's what's going on. Ryan, Zoltan won that match, waited in the finals. Triskai beat Pitchek and beat Ryan, and now is going to beat Zoltan in the finals. And now it's, if Zoltan wins, we're done, right? This is how double elim works. But if Sky wins, we're not done. That's a bracket reset. Suddenly, Zoltan's the loser, Sky's the winner. They have to play one more match, and then if Sky can win 2 matches in a row against the world record holder, she will take the tournament and win absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh, and Sky's playing Invis, as we discussed earlier. Oh my gosh, why do people do this to themselves? I don't understand. Oh, look, a line. She just had a line. She just saw a line. Zoltan, the mechanical wonder children. I agree. Oh, and Zoltan, once again, just, oh, I forgot how dashing he was today. The hell is this guy doing? I know. It's ridiculous. She gets sick. Look, she's like down stacking. What the heck? She just tucked a piece. She tucked it. She knew there was a tuck setup. It's so dumb. GG. Ugh. Yeah, Sky just went into invisible mode. It's one of the options in Tetris Gym. How are we doing? We ready to get this show on the road for the finals? The Power with Jet I would not tell you about. No, no, yeah, that's some dark force right there. Sky is the Sith. Both these players are the Sith. This is uh, Sith Lord and Padawan, or whatever the equivalent of the Padawan is. Zoltan's ready. Sky is ready. Game number 1 of the finals in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, what is the terminology? I know there's the Sith Lord. There's only ever 2 Sith in the universe at any given time, right? Isn't that how it works? And like they have to kill each other for dominance or whatever. It's the Sith, the Lord and the Apprentice. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of Apprentice. But yeah, it's there ain't no Jedi's here. This is some witchcraft what they're doing. This is dark powers here. What if they start with the same pieces? Because they would be able to see the pieces the opponent is getting because of how slow they're playing. If they're playing faster, same pieces would be fine. But with how slow they're playing, it incentivizes you to like not press down and play as slow as possible and let your opponent get ahead of you so you can see the next pieces. Neuro is highly RNG dependent, so you kind of have no choice but to let the game give them bad RNG. In person, it would work. You could put the TVs so the screens are facing away from each other, but online, like either the audience can't see or the players can see, and there's just no way to make that watchable and fair for same piece sets. 5 line Sky, 6 lines Zoltan. Hey, thanks for the follow, person whose name I cannot pronounce. The number 13. Oh gosh, suffer game for Sky. It's only 6 lines. The stack is just not set up for very much. Nice double at the bottom, but after that, God knows what's going to happen next. Yep. Brian said it much more concisely than I did. Nice tuck. That's nice. Yeah, that tuck of the J and then that square next will burn something at the bottom. Look at that. Both players upstacking mirrored against one another just by coincidence. That's not on purpose. Zoltan sitting at the bottom, but doesn't have that bar can't burn anything. Sky at 10 lines, Zoltan at 9. Both players, for their standards, this is an abysmal game. For both players here. And look at that, just nothing coming for Sky. Nothing coming for Zoltan. Look at that, nothing burns there. Oh my goodness. And this is really the essence of No Row, is just the terrible piece sequences and the nothing that you get. But then there's little moments where you make something out of the bull crap. That's what makes No Row so addicting. Taking just the worst RNG known to man and defiantly doing something cool with it anyway. Oh gosh, and Sky, nice, finding a burn at the top, finding a single, 19 line Sky, 15 line Zoltan, and I think Zoltan's done. Sky takes the lead in the finals, goes up 1-0. And still going, holy cow, Sky. Sky? Oh, okay, I don't think anything could have cleared that line at the top actually after that Z, right? Not really bad RNG. Boozled? What did I say? Oh, Zalo, I will explain the answer in a moment. We have a ready from Sky. Once we have a ready from Zoltan, we can get going. So Zella, you're correct. Oftentimes the players will have a burn at the bottom, but they won't do it. And the reason is because in No Row, you need a good solid stack. You don't want to be dependent on stuff. 3, 2, 1, No Row. And oh, Sky takes the first heart. So there's a lot of times where you just take the first burn that you can see. You'll have a problem elsewhere in your stack, or maybe the burn that you take, it does give you a line, but it leaves you with a bad structure for the next burn. There's a lot of different reasons for it. And sometimes it's just vibes. You know, there's more times than you'd think, like where I've been watching Sky play or something, and she's got a piece, and she's like, I'm not gonna burn with it. And I'm like, oh, why didn't you burn? And she's like, I'm not sure. I think it was worse. And then yeah, sure enough, it works out. But sometimes it doesn't work out. Nova is just such a damn cerebral game mode because more than any other game mode, just because it didn't work out doesn't mean you did the wrong thing. So you have to, sometimes you have to just ignore the feedback you're getting from the game and focus on theory. It's one of the most deeply theoretical game modes. Like I think in the main line, just rotations allowed, A-type Tetris. Like if you get screwed, often it's your own fault. Like there's a lot you can do, but in No Row, that threshold for what you're safe saying was RNG's fault and what's you're safe saying was your own fault changes drastically. Beautiful burns from Zoltan. Look at that. Nice, and fighting a burn at the top, and that L will burn. Oh my gosh, Zoltan. Beautiful combinations. 12 lines for him. 8 lines for Sky. And look at that, Zoltan just had the world's his oyster. He can stack anywhere he wants. Has only discarded 4 lines. Oh my goodness, look at these. One of the coolest and cleverest things you can do in no row is down stack. Oh my gosh, Sky, this combo, look at that. Holy crap, Sky. Sky's discarded 0 lines. She has every line to work with so far if she gets a bar to tuck. Oh wait, no, that T is gonna probably discard things. Oh no, she's leaving that open. She's playing aggressive. Okay, finally I think has to discard, right? Is this possible? Can Sky keep doing this? Anyway, 17 lines for Sky. Spectacular game. Very unique stack. I've never seen a stack like this. What the heck? Zoltan at 14 lines. More typical game. Just as beautiful as his outfit. I know. Yeah, he's dripped out. This is ridiculous. He's spoiled us. Sky, this is ridiculous. Finally, you see there at the top, Sky has some cheese, some chaff, some holes, because you just can't, it can't last forever, those perfect, clean games like that. But it's still looking decent. She's still finding options. Zoltan at 22, Sky at 22, but you know, she's just has about triple the board space to work with. This is looking grim. She wants to get that bracket reset and have a chance of flipping the tables on Zoltan. She is in a position to do so. Oh, and Zoltan not getting anything here. Look at that. Like, without the setup down at the bottom to burn, you got nothing. There's just nothing you can do. Finally gets a burn, but that's it. Like, where's the next one? Like, square plus T plus L. Like, oh gosh, it's so rough. You can't even do that. 26 lines, Sky. 27 Zoltan. But it is not to be. One more line for Sky, and that tuck of the Z perfectly sets up the bar, and she will take game number 2. One more game and she sweeps. This guy drinks some G Fuel or something. Sky is such a damn gamer. My girlfriend is so cool. Yeah, Sky, take us home here. Do something. Yeah, the S is not great there. Oh, Sky, no way. Oh my gosh, the double. The setup. Sky based. That's so true, Aoife. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of Sky fans in chat today. 38. Come on, Sky. Sky's looking for the level 4, and it's not coming. It's square dice 38 lines, and she could not get the 40 lines. Oh my gosh, that's so unfortunate at the end. Yeah, that that T burn at the top was bananas. It's just take a chill pill. Watch the reverse sweep. Okay, Zoltan. Nah, bro. Nah, the thing is, Zoltan, I'm directly rooting for Sky to win because I just don't like bracket resets are very stressful, and I want this to be an even match. I want there to be even odds of winning. So no, no, no. I'm rooting for the sweep here, unambiguously. Was there already I missed Zoltan? No, I don't think so. Hey, geez, welcome to chat. There's the ready for Zolto. Game number 3. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, sarcastic, all I mean is even odds is a bad way of wording that. All I mean is that because Zoltan hasn't dropped a match yet, he's in the he's like still in the winner's position. Sky is coming from the loser's bracket. So if Sky beats Zoltan in this match, she doesn't win the finals. All she does is flip and makes her the player in the winner's seat and Zoltan the player in the losing seat. And then she has to beat him again a second time. So it's just brutal. So yeah, if Sky can win this match, then it's just one more match, best of 5. The player who wins wins. Right now, the player who wins does not win. I don't like that. I want the player who wins to be the one who wins. Is that too much to ask? Oh, Zoltan, that bar placement was really cool. It sets up a 3 wide. You see that? That bar makes it exactly 3 wide. He's going to be able to burn that line that the bar is located in. And that T tuck continues the structure. Really nice work. 4 line Sky, 3 line Zoltan. This game's not quite as spectacular as the other one started. Once again, we see Sky has been favoring the left side for stacking, which is slightly suboptimal. But again, it's to the point, especially in like competition. You really just need to go with whatever gives you the most stability. Those little fluctuations early on really define how your stack goes later on. And oh gosh, Sky is just not getting anything for the bottom here. Look at how many discarded lines there are. She has to work her way up quite a few more lines. Oh, whoa, she's setting up for the bar. Okay, interesting. I think Sky figured that bar didn't really have anywhere good for it. But putting that square where it did meant the bar could burn. And she still can burn down at the bottom with another square. See that? So she wasn't too pressed about it. That's the kind of weird decisions you have to make in order to play no-row at this level. The reason why no-row is so frustrating is because it's inherently unintuitive. You have to discard all your intuitions, what you think you know about the game. And which I should not discard as a score update. I should, in fact, card one for these players. 10 lines for Sky, 13 lines Zoltan. I said card. I really just said that. I don't know what that means. What is the opposite of discard? Recycle? Construct? Create? 14 line Sky, 16 line Zoltan. It's close. No clear advantage here. Zoltan has more room to play with, but Sky has a really clean upstack. Just a few rows. Sky kind of excels at these heights. She's done a lot of training of just squeezing out a lot of extra lines at the top. And, oh, it might not pay off here, though. Yeah, that bar is going to lock up 17 lines for Sky, and Zoltan will find the final line and manage to avoid the sweep. Is there a no-row mode where pieces start in random orientations? I think people have talked about that. That's an interesting concept. That'd be a cool ROM hack to try. Both players, complaining about their performance. Well, yeah, if you both played bad, then you were close, right? Ready, Sky. I agree with the Hungarian. Played bad means both of you played equal. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Sky still can take this with one more win. 4, 3, 2, 1, triple. Because the triple is the Tetris of no-row. It's not about who plays bad, it's about who plays better. Exactly. Yeah, like if if you have 40 lines and your opponent has 45, that's the same as if you have, 5 lines and your opponent has 10. All that matters is the difference. Oh, I love this song. Glad I chose this playlist. It's been a while. Good memories with a lot of this music. Oh, you see Zoltan's face there. He really likes the little move he found. Look at that, and sets him up for an L double. He gets the L. Really nice. I really adore Zoltan. He's a wonderful guy. He really breaks the stereotypes of like the hyper genius who's amazing at chess and develops all these crazy techniques for weird obscure game modes. But he's just very expressive and goofy, and he's a he's a cool guy. Zoltan's just built different, exactly. And I could largely say the same thing for Sky, like similar situation, just a charm and a personality that belies her brilliance. Sorry, I'll stop complimenting the players now. They're having trouble focusing. Yes, yes, yes. Zalo, that's a good point. Score does not matter. We ignore score completely. So like if both players get a tie, but one player has more points than the other, it doesn't matter. We replay. Yeah, I'm spitting. Aoife knows. Aoife's a fellow Sky fan. Ignore the score. That's a good rhyme there. It doesn't matter anymore. Oh my gosh, you're spitting. Holy shit, the bars. 11, make it 12 lines for Sky, and 11 lines for Zoltan. Similar stacks here. Zoltan, I think, is looking a little better. Has a more solid up stack. Harry would not be happy, I suppose so. You don't know much about Sky. Sky is somebody you're going to be hearing a lot more from if things continue. She's been getting really, really good. For her PB level, she's one of the best comp players out there, just for even for regular Tetris. She has an absurd like winning potential. It's really cool. And oh my gosh, the top row 19 for Sky. Oh, okay, gets a line there, and not gonna see much more here. That's a death at 20. Zoltan will tie with, oh, okay. Yeah, Sky's calling the reverse sweep. We'll see. And one more line, boom, and Zoltan ties us up, and we go to a decider. Remember, if Zoltan wins, he wins. If Sky wins, she doesn't win, because this is a double elimination, and things don't make sense. What a Game Scout bid. I mean, yeah, Game Scout has a wonderful video on the history of no-row, although it's a couple years outdated at this point. It's actually the Game Scout video on no-row is what got Zoltan into no-row back when the world record was like 24. And the top line. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, Zoltan's getting hyped up. Yeah, I know what Scout would say to that if he was asked for that, which is, oh yeah, I'll add that to my list of like 20 video ideas. Scout works so damn hard. Double 40, bet. Nora is very cool. Being the next Portland event, I doubt it. Unless someone just does a little pickup match. It probably won't be like officially streamed or anything. You're about to say the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about because I said multiple things. Are you ready, Zoltan? Zoltan wants the trophy. We'll have to find something to give you. Here we go. The decider. We counted it down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. About GameSet making a bit. Yeah, exactly. He's brilliant. I had the pleasure of talking to him a little bit at the Lone Star tournament, and he's just a wonderful, good-natured person. Like, he does not put on a persona for those videos. He really is just a warm guy who gets excited about Tetris and likes to talk to people about stuff and explain things, and is incredible behind the camera. Amazing photography work. And speaking of amazing things, look at the stack for Sky. No discarded lines so far. And that L is kind of weird. Yeah, she needs like an S or a Z. Ideally, she wants a Z to keep things going. And there that'll be, yeah, you see that sets that up. And then the J sets up a 3 wide. Oh my gosh. The stack's ridiculous. Look at that, setting up the 3 wide with the bar. Doing some upstacking on the left. And oh, she's prioritizing the upstack. Sky 2 lines has a long sword of a stack, this machine gun loaded up and ready to start gunning lines down. 0 holes. Zoltan, meanwhile, is having a more typical game here. RNG is not flowing. Finding a double at the bottom. And then a single. Sky is having some headaches here, though. Look at that. Although the stack looks nice for Sky, note how high the left side is for her. What that means is that she can't really do any more waiting moves. Every piece now has to go somewhere in the stack. Ideally, you don't want to make the upstack that high, but despite that amazing beginning, she hasn't had great pieces since then. And look at that, she's had to discard 5 lines all of a sudden, or 4 rather. This guy hitting level 11. That's not true. Tablet 11 lines. Oh, and then taking the double rather than filling in any of those J dependencies there. And another double with the J. Oh my gosh, Sky, this is crazy. Yeah, I know what I said. I already acknowledged it. Sky 16 lines. Looking deadly here. Zoltan at only 9 lines. Finding a double there. Nice. That tuck will set up a double for the L. Remember, the L piece in no row is kind of the I piece in terms of its usefulness because it sets up doubles really easily. With Sky's stack, the J piece is her long bar, you know. Oh, terrible pieces. These double S pieces, not friendly for Sky. An L piece can't do much. 16 lines. She's having a slowdown here. Nice. J followed by T is a really good combo. Followed by L. Nice combo there. 19 lines for Sky. 16 lines Zoltan. Suddenly things are looking more even here. Zoltan getting really into it here. Nice. Getting the double. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Zoltan's bringing the stack down. Suddenly we're tied up and Zoltan is in control. It's getting hyped here. Oh no, Sky. Things are grim for her. She has to do something amazing here, and or Zoltan has to have the worst luck ever. And it's not happening. Sky going down at 24. Zoltan has 2 lines remaining. The amazing beginning for Sky, and then the tides shifted. There's a one line. And the second line, Zoltan is our winner. I think that has there never been another winner besides Zoltan? This is the third no-row tournament. And I think that's the third finals win for Zoltan. I think Sky is one of the few players who in her day has handed Zoltan an L, but